After AEW Wrestle Dream, I thought AEW would be done with these three rivalries, programs, storylines, whatever you want to call them. But apparently, that is not the case. And I found that out when I watched AEW Dynamite from October 22nd. And I don't get it. So, the Hurt Syndicate and the Demand, they have had maybe 5 matches, 6 matches in counting one-on-one matches as well. And I thought, the Hurt Syndicate, they defeated the Demand at Wrestle Dream, so I thought we were going to move on. But apparently that's not the case. And what happened on AEW Dynamite, the Ops, they defeated the Hurt Syndicate because Ricochet, he distracted. Who did he distract? He distracted MVP, and then Samoa Joe got the choke on MVP. So I'm like, what are they doing? What is going on with this booking? And it's just becoming annoying. And I understand, having storylines, having rivalries and programs, but this is one story that should be done. And the fact that the Hurt Syndicate won at Wrestle Dream, and then also didn't the Hurt Syndicate, they won like the match from last week or 2 weeks ago on AEW Dynamite. So what are we doing here? We're just spinning wheels. It's time to move on. I don't speak for everyone, but I think a lot of people are just done. You know what I mean? And then Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher, I thought that was done. Kyle Fletcher, he defeated Mark Briscoe at Wrestle Dream. I really like Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher. They are two of my favorite wrestlers in AEW. But I'm done. I think they need to move on. But Mark Briscoe, he came out, he cut a promo on on Dynamite saying that he wants another shot, another chance, at the title. And it seems like that's going to happen. Kyle Fletcher was like, "Oh, I'm not going to give it to you, but we shall see. It's going to happen." So it's just kind of ridiculous. And then John Moxley, this one right here, John Moxley and Darby Allin. It feels like this program has been going on way too long. Move on. Darby Allin, he won at AEW Wrestle Dream. So why are we continuing this? They did some crazy stuff at Wrestle Dream. Why are they continuing this storyline? Darby Allin, he came out, he cut a promo saying some crap, about his, intentions in AEW and how he's not done with the Death Riders. And he does this crazy stuff because he loves doing this, and some people were, I guess people were saying, this is a PR stunt going wrong or some nonsense. And it just seems like Darby Allin is so talented, but I really think he's a nutcase because he's also one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW as well. But I think he's just a nutcase in real life. I'm starting to really believe that. So anyway, there was a trios match. That was the main. I think, yeah, was that? I think that was the main event, or was it? It was one of the matches. It was Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy. They had a match against the Death Riders, and they defeated the Death Riders. So after the match, or during, maybe did Darby Allin interfere? I don't remember. But anyway, Darby Allin, he ends up coming out during the match or after the match, and so the saga continues. I think Tony Khan, this booking, it's time to move on because like, what are you doing? And then I thought with John Moxley losing, I thought that maybe he would be off of TV for some time because it's like they have these crazy matches, and then the upcoming, Dynamite, John Moxley is back, Darby Allin's back, or whatever wrestler is back. So please move on, Tony Khan. Just move on. It's not move on. Come up with new storylines. It's okay to move on, and you don't have to beat a dead horse.